Hey guys, dreamerjake here, bringing you some more Innistrad draft. What me and Pete are doing today is we're gonna do a challenge draft where we impose a little handicap on ourselves just to keep it interesting. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna draft the deck, and he's in the other room right now. He doesn't know what's going on, and he's gonna play it sight unseen. So that'll be kind of fun. um, for this pack, we've got some pretty good cards. We've got the Doom Traveler, Stitch Drake, Falconwrath Noble, Reckless Waif, and of course Kezig Cagebreakers, who are the most powerful card here. Falconwrath Noble is also quite good. He stalls out. When the ground games stall out, Falconwrath Noble will break the stall in a big way and just go to town. But we can completely cut green from this pack except for Mulch, and Kezig Cagebreakers are insanely powerful. Okay. So we have a Moan of the Unhallowed, we have a Deadweight, we have a Think Twice. The only green card is not very good. It's also a Silent Departure. Kezig Cagebreakers goes best in a mill type deck, although it can also work, I think, in like green-black. So essentially the pick here is between the Moan of the Unhallowed, the Deadweight, and the Silent Departure. It would be kind of fun to draft Pete a mill deck so that he doesn't actually know if we're going to be milling out or not. And I'll be handling the sideboarding so he doesn't get to see between rounds, everything that's in there. So I think in the interests of colors and color signaling and all the rest of it, I'm going to take Silent Departure just for synergy with the color in the Cagebreakers. Even though Moaning Unhallowed is generally what I would pick here, or Deadweight. So we'll take that. We've got some pretty decent blue-green. We've got Dream Twist, Sensory Deprivation, Ambush Viper are all fine. I think Ambush Viper is the best of those. In other colors, not a whole lot. This is a Nightbird Clutches, which is pretty good. And there's a Shimmering Grotto, which might not be bad. But I think I don't want to take Grotto this highly. So I'll grab the Ambush Viper. Okay, good stuff here. We have Villagers of Vestwald and a Stitched Drake. I think I'd rather keep my colors a little bit open and go with the Villagers of Vestwald. I don't know that I'm going to play blue, and I'm certainly happy to splash Silent Departure, so we'll see. I guess it would also be funny to draft a blue-green deck that doesn't care about milling itself and just mess with Pete that way. This could be good. So, what do we got here? Mausoleum Guard, Cloistered Youth, Voiceless Spirit. So white is heavily open, and I'm already in green. So we can do a green-white thing that should be pretty good. I think of these three, Cloistered Youth is probably the most aggressive for a green-white beat stack. Voiceless Spirit's also quite the card. Let's say the Mausoleum Guard's also pretty good, but I think I'm going to take one of the earlier drops and depend on, I guess, Kezig Cagebreakers to finish up. I think I'm going to take the Voiceless Spirit here. He's just really, really solid card all around. And okay, so we have Tribute to Hunger, which I do not care for as a card, even though it's certainly playable. I'll give it that, but I don't think it's all that good. We have a Throbbing Sentry, so if we're trying to move into white, we could go with that. It's also an Elder Cathar, but I prefer Sentry to Cathar. In blue, there's Lost in the Mist, which isn't much, and in green, there's Knot of the Bone, which I don't think is going to be great in a deck that doesn't mill itself a lot. So I think we're moving more towards a green-white type beats right now. So we'll take Throbbing Sentry. A lot of good red here. We have Kezigwolf, Scourge of Gyre Ridge. The Mask of Avacyn I don't particularly care for. I think I'd rather have just another good creature, an Elder Cathar. Yeah, we'll do that. Creeping Renaissance, that's fantastic. It's also a Memory's Journey. It's just Memory's Journey and Knot of the Bone, so that deck is open, but we didn't get Spider Spawning, so I'm not going to go for it. I'll take Creeping Renaissance, though. That card's quite a beating. Doom Traveler Wheels. Wow. Alright, so green-white is quite the way to go. Selfless Cathar, Somberwald Spider, Stony Silence. That's not worth anything. I guess, let's look at the curve. We already have 2 5-drops, although one's not a creature. I'll just take Selfless Cathar here. Spare for Evil, Abbey Griffin, Cellar Door, Brainweevil. Well, I'll take Abbey Griffin and be kind of happy with it. I guess Manor Skeleton is an okay blocker. Frightful Delusion. I don't want to play Cobbled Wings. And I'd rather not get my big spells countered. And discard a card. That would be tragic. Okay, Grave Bramble is kind of better than an island, in that I get infinite islands. Tide this mountain. Whoa. Okay, so Kazig Wolfrun, huh? I could certainly splash for that. In our colors we have Rebuke, Moment of Heroism, not much good green. So I think the pick right now would be between Rebuke and splashing the Kazig Wolfrun. And Silent Departure is also a good splash, but I think the Wolfrun might be a bit better. Yeah, that would be quite some fun. Yeah, I'll go for it. We'll spice up the deck a little bit. Oh, the Laboratory Maniac. There he is. There he is. Well, if we're going to splash for red, we would absolutely splash for a Brimstone Volley. So we'll take that happily, although there's quite a lot of good stuff in this pack. There's Stitch Drake, Harvest Pyre, Geist Flame, the Maniac himself, Silver Inlaid Dagger, Dissipate. But we'll take the Brimstone Volley. And now I think I'm going to hide Silent Departure. Okay, so we have Avacyn's Pilgrim, which is quite good. Some more cards for our red splash. Hey, Irving. And let's see. So Heretic's Punishment and Geist Flame would both be good for the splash. Avacyn's Pilgrim would be just all around solid as a card. I think I have the late game sewn up well enough that Heretic's Punishment is not necessary. So it's between Geist Flame and the Pilgrim. And I think I want to go Pilgrim here. I mean, just accelerating into this, all this stuff is great. The Eternal and Pilgrim is such a strong play, even though I guess it itself dies to the Geist Flame, you know. It's not terrible. Urgent Exorcism's pretty good. Gallows Warden's not that great. Festerhide Boar is where it's at, though. That'll do just fine. Dark Thicket Wolf, Gatstiff Shepherd. I don't think I've ever had that pick before. Maybe I have. Maybe I have. And a Lumber Knot. I don't need a 4-drop. And Village Bellringer is just not as powerful as these two cards. I believe the Shepherd is the better pick. He just, the Intimidate factor is just so good. Even over a Dark Thicket Wolf. Yeah, we'll go with that. Endless Ranks of the Dead. Let's see here. So we have an Unruly Mob who can get pretty big, a Silverchase Fox. Usually I prefer Fox to the Mob. And I don't think this is an exception. Yeah. The other options would be Spidery Grasp, which I suppose I'm a little light on tricks right now, and I have 13 creatures that I'm looking at playing. I don't think I can really safely run a Boneyard Worm in this deck. Yeah, I'll just take the Fox. Hollowhenge, Scavenger, Ranger's Guile, Sommerwald, Spider. Well, I guess we could use a second finishing type creature, even though Ranger's Guile's, an acceptable trick. We'll take the 4/5 for 5. That'll work. That'll work pretty well, I think. And we get the Ranger's Guile anyway. Full Moon's Rise. Werewolf creatures you control have +1/+0 and trample. That could be a funny card to just throw in there randomly. How many werewolves do I have? 2? I don't think that's going to quite work. But would I take Gnaw to the Bone? I think I'm going to take Full Moon's Rise and just, if I randomly get a bunch of werewolves, then I'll play it. But otherwise, not going to go for it. I don't think I want Gnaw to the Bone for the board. Laboratory Maniac Wheels. Well, I think we should... We can take a Naturalize for the board, and that would be quite solid, but I'd rather take the Maniac and make sure no one's doing that deck, because that deck is just really, really annoying. Sommerwald Spider, Runic Repetition. I think I already hated on that deck enough. I'll take the Spider, bring him in against decks with a heavy flying element. And I guess I might need to side a Ghost Quarter if someone else has got a problematic land. Ooh, Foil Naturalize. Nice. Endless Ranks of the Dead, a last pick. You've seen it here, folks. You have seen it here. It's not that bad. Well, yeah, it kind of is. Okay, so we have a Wrath of God. I don't know what else would really compare too well to that, although all the cards in this pack are quite strong in the uncommon spot here. We have Runic Repetition, Moorcrep Banshee, and Murder of Crows. There's also another Prey Upon and a Festerhide Boar, so we can hope to wheel something out of this. It's probably going to be the Abbey Griffin, sadly, but, I'm going to take the Wrath. Galvanic Juggernaut, huh? So we have a Prey Upon, which I could definitely use the removal, a Galvanic Juggernaut, who just, smashes a lot of face. He's very, very aggressive, which I think this deck wants to be. Let's hide Full Moon's Rise and Naturalize. The question is, Galvanic Juggernaut good enough to be better than a Prey Upon? Oh yeah, I gotta hide Grave Bramble too. That card's not very good. I think I'm gonna go with the Juggernaut here. I think this is probably an unorthodox pick, but I really like the Juggernaut and I haven't got a chance to do it for a while. And right now I have 2 4-drops that I want to play, as opposed to 3. I don't really like the Abbey Griffin. So we'll see how that goes. Rally the Peasant, huh? Ooh, another Gatstiff Shepherd. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Not a whole lot else I've mentioned. There's Rally the Peasant, which we could conceivably flash back, but I don't think that's going to be better than hitting Gatstiff Shepherd. He's just quite a beating in a card. Travel Prep, alright. Seems pretty strong. Also, there's Villagers and Chapelgeist, so there's good things all around. And not much here. We could take another Fox, which we don't need. We take Demon Male Auberk, which doesn't exactly do it for us. Let's see. We could hate on something, but I don't really want to go down that route. Yeah, so Silver Chase Fox would not make the deck. Well, let's take Demon Male Auberk and see what happens. Might be good. I don't know. Elder Cathar, Spidery Grasp. How are we doing on tricks right now? We've got Ranger's Guile, Travel Prep. Travel Prep's not really a trick. Brimstone Volley, Divine Reckoning, Creeping Renaissance. I think we actually kind of need a Spidery Grasp, although could use a Cathar too. I don't think I'm going to main deck a Ghost Quarter. Actually, I think the Cathar with a double Gatstiff Shepherd is just pretty crazy. The whole put 2 counters on your unblockable dude. That might be worth doing. Yeah, we'll do that. Oh man, another Travel Prep or Avacyn's Pilgrim. I gotta go with the Travel Prep, but it hurts to pass the Pilgrim. Ambush Viper. Pretty good. Just taking it. And the Prey Upon Wheels. Yes. Sometimes fortune smiles. Okay, so we have a nice hate drafts pick here. We can take a Moon Heron or a Makeshift Mauler. I don't know which is going to be more problematic for this deck. I think the Mauler himself is going to die to Ambush Viper type shenanigans. So we'll take the Moon Heron. Google Color's Bell, Inquisitor's Flail. I guess I'll take Inquisitor's Flail out of all these things. I'll take a Feral Ridgewolf. Bloodcraze Neonate. Grave Bramble. Alright, so we got a nice blue-white deck splashing red for some Brimstone Volley and Kezig Wolfron. I like it. Okay, so first our splash. So let's start with whites. We'll go Divine Reckoning, Thraben Sentry, Voiceful Spirit, the Cathars, the Fox, Doom Traveler, Pilgrim, Prey Upon, 2 Ambush Vipers, Gatstiff Shepherds, Travel Prep, Villagers, Cage Breakers, Creeping Renaissance, Galvanic Juggernaut, Festerhide Boar. So we have 2 more cards to put in. Options: Selfless Cathar, Abbey Griffin, an Equipment, a Naturalize, a Ranger's Guile, Hollow Hinge Scavenger. Yeah, we're looking like we could definitely use one more 5-drop. So we'll put in the Hollow Hinge Scavenger. And then I don't think I want another 1-drop in Selfless Cathar. He doesn't do a whole lot in this deck, although he can trigger Morbid for the Festerhide Boar or untap the Juggernaut. But I'm not really seeing that too much. Abbey Griffin, no. I think all of our other 4-drops are superior. Full Moon's Rise would be pretty cool, but I'm not going to do that to Pete. Demon Mail Auberk, I don't think I want to do. Yeah, there just aren't things I want to sacrifice aside from Doom Traveler. Inquisitor's Flail and Naturalize. I'm going to board the Naturalize, so Inquisitor's Flail or Ranger's Guile. I think Ranger's Guile is just the better card. Yeah, we'll go with that. Even though putting that on a Gatstiff Shepherd could be pretty nutty. But we'll just go with this. So add a land. We're going to need a lot of forests. What do you suggest, Moto? 10, 1, and 5. That's not right. Let's do 8, 6, and 2. Might work. Yeah. Yeah, that looks like it. That looks like it'll do fine. Okay, so I'm going to submit this, and we'll give Pete quite a deck to play with.